You can sense the intensity as they await the arrival of the Tennessee team here at Cleveland Stadium. The #1 undefeated Volunteers prepare to race onto the field. Everything is riding on this football game. So there's a special intensity, a special urgency. Here come the Volunteers. Wherever you listen throughout the world, it's football time in Tennessee.
Didn't make it on 4th down. T comes off. Standing right by Billy Ratliff, and T's coming off and starting to unhook his pads a little bit, and Billy says, "Don't unhook your pads. We're going to get the ball back."
Second down and 11 for Arkansas. 1:47 remaining. One timeout left. Call it 12 to go for the first down. Sterner lost the football! Oh my goodness! He stumbled and fumbled, and Billy Ratliff recovered.
We made this play. Billy Ratliff knocked this All-American guard back into the quarterback. He stepped on his foot. Quarterback probably made a mistake, not just falling on the ball. Billy not only knocked it back, but he got the ball back for us. So,
how important was this fumble recovery?
Well, it meant the season. You probably didn't know that at the moment, but it absolutely meant the season.
People always ask, where did we get the name Blue Water Climate Control? When a Navy ship casts off lines, exits the harbor, and loses sight of land, that's blue water sailing. It takes a team of people to do that. Tireless work, focus, and attention to detail. So much of starting a business is just like that. After it's done, you get filled with deep satisfaction for accomplishing something, and it's quickly followed by, now the real work begins. We're Blue Water Climate Control.
What's going on, Facebook, YouTubes, Twitters, volunteerroadshow.com. Got a legendary truck driver. That's myself, Catfish, and a rinky-dink football player. Played a few downs for the Volunteers. Billy Ratliff. How you doing, Billy? You like my new threads? We're in the same room. You're across the table from me. You was laughing at me. Why were you laughing?
You're going to burn up, man.
I ain't burning off. I look good.
Yeah, I like it. It looks good.
That's like that sweater, that Letterman sweater you're all proud of, and you wear it everywhere. Even if it's 110 degrees, you're wearing that sweater.
No, man. I couldn't do that. That thing's hot. I don't like being hot.
And you're not even repping the Vols with the black tee. You can't even put any orange on the Volunteer Roadshow.
What do you mean?
You got a blue shirt on.
It's purple.
That ain't purple. Is it purple?
It's purple, man.
It is purple. Looks blue a little bit, though. Kind of in between. Oh, man. Why don't you give some shout outs, and we're fixing to get into the show.
I'm trying to find my screen. I don't even see it. There we go. Back
don't
up.
See it?
There we go. Okay. Who we got?
Hit chat and you'll be able to see if we're on Facebook. Hey, one thing about this overlay, I don't know if you've noticed this, but you can tell if they're on Facebook or YouTube's or Twitter by the little emblem by their profile pic. If it's blue, that's a Facebook message. If it's red, that's YouTube. I don't know if we got any Twitter, but that's how you figure it out.
Right.
That's pretty neat, ain't it?
I like that. I actually like that. You got a few people over here. I see. Hey, is that Tommy Grimmett? He said, "Hello, my volunteer brothers. How's it going, Tommy?" And you got my man over here, Ryan.
Crying Ryan. What's he saying? He probably flapping his gums about something.
I like he's being honest over here.
He ain't being. He's never honest. He's never been an honest a day in his life.
Vodka drinker got Catfish. He said, "Do you need a possible hookup on that pinball machine? They're located just southeast of Nashville."
Yeah, I guess we should get the rumors out there about what we're doing. Most of y'all know we've been doing a watch party the last 3 seasons or something like that at Tennessee Tap House. And the owner, Don Anderson, rest in peace, passed away, had a stroke. I think it's 2 weeks ago now. Yeah. Great guy. Oh my goodness. You couldn't have found a better guy. And had a stroke. We saw his health declining over the last year or so, just need knee replacement. And Patty, the owner there, his wife, one of the strongest women you'll ever meet in your life. But I talked to her about a week ago and told her what our plans was, and she gave her blessing about us starting our own thing. Said, if you need any help, she'll be glad to help us along the way. Haven't come up with a name, and some of the locations we're looking at top secret, but it's going to be something with Billy Ratliff's name on it.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah. What do you mean you like that? You've been coming up with names left and right. Every time I come up with a name suggestion, I don't like that.
I haven't said one yet.
It's going to be something Billy Ratliff's Bar and Grills. Everybody use that. It can't be Bar and Grill. It's going to be like I don't know what you call it. It's going to have a game room, an entertainment room where we can have entertainment, TVs everywhere. Going to have a merchandise store in there. Going to have a great bar, great food. It's not going to be the most extensive menu. One of the things that Billy and I have committed to is just whatever we do, we're going to do it better than everybody else out there. We're going to have the best food, what we do, and you're not going to beat us in service. We've got some great ideas to give you guys the best service, and don't know when it's going to open. And we've got some goals in mind, but we're just keeping it close to the vest. And we appreciate y'all support, and y'all always supported us in everything we did. And we appreciate that. It doesn't go unnoticed, but maybe y'all can give some ideas on some names, but finish some shout outs there, Billy. I was just responding to Vodka Drinker. We're gonna have some old school stuff in there, pinball machines, dartboard, pool table, and a lot of things in there. We're getting some things together.
Let's see, we got who else over here? We got JT Stronghold. He said, hello, Big Orange family. He's from Oak Ridge over here, right down the street.
Oh yeah.
How's it going, JT? Got Landon Raby over here. What's up, guys? Scott Howard. Hi, Billy and Catfish.
Oh, Scott's always in here.
JT also says, salvage. Billy Ratliff saved the dang season, period. All-time favorite VFL. My man.
Don't let that go to your head, Billy.
My man, JT.
That was an accident. You know it. It was an accident.
JT, my man.
Nah, we love Billy.
He understands good old-fashioned football.
My trucker friend David Foster, you got to sit in his truck. I wish we could put those pictures up here. Was that not a nice truck, Billy?
That thing was nice, man.
That's won a whole bunch of trucking shows, let me tell you.
I mean, that thing was so clean, man. It made me come home and clean my car.
Let me tell you how bad David Foster is. He was all worried when I said, Billy, get up in there. He's like, you better watch your shoes, wipe your feet off. You better not get in the back with your shoes on. He drives barefooted. Or in his sock feet.
And it looked like he did because it was clean, man. That thing was clean. Oh, man. JT said, Catfish, hey, Billy doesn't have to wear orange, brother. He has already given his all for Tennessee time and time again. Hey, I cut myself, man. I might bleed orange right now.
Oh, I know you would.
I mean, I matched that shirt over there.
Might bleed a little brown, too, because you're full of it. Already getting a picture of me snoring today. Said I don't believe I was actually snoring.
Oh, you was gone.
I was asleep, but I don't know that I was snoring.
I got a video too now.
No, you didn't.
I got a video because I knew someone wasn't gonna tell you straight. Oh man.
Who else is over here?
So we got Jared Brackett over here. He said best sports show in Big Orange Country. Hey,
thank you, Jared.
Man. Appreciate you. I think you muted me.
Did I mute you? Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I muted me. That's the wrong cough button.
And then you cough.
Jeez.
Let's see who else we got. Slim Mosley over here. He says
that's a Georgia fan.
Says Billy's Gentlemen's Club, sports bar,
Where's
adult
Where's
entertainment.
Where's that at? I'm gonna highlight that. There we go. That's a good idea, Slim.
Yep, David
I don't know
Foster.
if Crystal liked that too much.
Or you can eat fish.
Yep. Catfish Fridays. You know we got to have catfish on the menu.
Jeremy Snyder, he said, Stumble Fumble Grill.
Yeah, I like that.
You said something like that.
Yep. And you didn't like it, so don't act like you like it now.
Well, the way it came out, though.
What, I didn't say it right?
No, you just said Stumble Fumble Grill. I mean, he didn't say it, but I can see what he was trying to say. He said Stumble Fumble Grill. El Nino, howdy, go Vols.
Man, I hadn't heard El Nino in a month of Sundays. Glad to have you back, El Nino. Man.
And you got Jenny Vane. She's over here. She said, hey, guys.
What's up, Jenny from Florida? She's down in Florida.
And we got Sam Bell here. He said, what's up, Volunteer Roadshow?
Not much. How you doing, Sam? He's from Greenville.
Okay.
What's Ryan saying over here? He said something. Never thought I'd see the day where UT was a baseball school. Stop that, Ryan.
Gosh. So Tennessee just going to be whatever school it is that's winning at the time, I guess, huh?
Are we going to open up the phone lines, or are we just going to just chit-chat and talk to everybody?
I mean, I'm down for whatever, man.
All right, they're open. 865-424-1342, the Blue Water Climate Control Hotline. Give us a call, but give us some names for our new venture. We're going to have our studios in there. We're going to Alexis Hornbuckle's going to help us in there. We've got a lot of people. We're going to have some people come out for our grand opening. We're even going to have an invite only grand opening, kind of get our systems down a week or so before the real grand opening. But we're going to have some players out there come out for the grand opening, already working it out. I don't even need to talk to Billy. I've got my own connections, Billy. Got my own connections.
Hey, I'm gonna hold you to it now.
We're gonna get some of your boys out there for your day. We're gonna have all kinds of beer in there. We're looking at a couple places, man. They got nice bars, man. They got one of them's got, how many bar taps was there? 24. Man, I didn't even know there were 24 kinds of beer.
Man, there's lots of beer, man.
Wow. Ratliff's Round Table, that ain't too bad. Checkerboards, that's a good one. Brock Hunter, that's a good. I thought of something with checkerboards last night.
Yeah, you did. I forgot. Actually, I thought you said something like that the other day.
Grill 40 was one that Crystal came up with, because that's Billy's number. Exit 398. It's close to there. It's going to be real. You'll be able to walk to it from there, David Foster. You know what I'm talking about. If that, we're looking at a couple places, but that is one of them. Might even put a CB in there where people can get their order and we'll bring it right to their truck. But you'd have to come over and see us, David. You couldn't just sit in your truck and we'll bring you food. But yeah, we're looking at one of those locations real close to there. And that's where the fuel is real cheap for CFI. So that'll be a place where you can't say, I didn't have time to stop. You always got time to save money.
Yeah, that sounds like you always say, you ain't got time.
I've done that to David. I don't know how many times. And finally he shamed me into it. So I'm coming through Knoxville. I got to see you. And me and Billy went down there and seen it. I mean, pretty, Chuck. I wish I could show you guys, but it's nice. Looks like we got a caller before we get into the news. Let's see what we got. We'll take a quick call here. Let's see what Sam Bell has got from Greenville, Tennessee. Let's see. How do I pick that caller up? Did I not pick it up? Oh, there we go. Hit the wrong button. What's going on, Sam from Greenville?
What's going on, Bob? What's going on, Billy?
What's going on, my man? How you doing?
What do you think about the Tennessee baseball team, buddy?
Hey, I'm enjoying it, man. These guys are playing their tails off.
Yeah, you think we're going to make it to the championship in the World Series?
They keep playing the way they've been playing. I think they're going to sneak up on somebody. Finally get us a championship again.
We're gonna win the SEC championship in baseball.
That's a fact.
No doubt about it.
That's a fact. That's a fact, Sam.
Well, listen, Bobby. I heard this when I went to game Tuesday. I heard LSU's out there head baseball coach.
What'd you
The
hear?
LSU baseball team.
I didn't hear you say that again.
The LSU baseball team is after Tony Vitello.
Oh, I heard that. He ain't going nowhere. We're going to pony up. Danny White, if you're watching, I doubt you watch this Rinky Dink show, but if you do, you better break out the checkbook and pay Vitello some money. He's got to be coach of the year for SEC, and if not, the country.
How much is Athleta going to pay him?
I don't know what
keep him at Tennessee.
What is kind of like a big salary in college baseball, Billy?
I haven't really paid it any attention, but let me find out real quick.
Who would be like the highest paid coach in the college baseball? You know, Sam? Who would that be?
Yeah, we got Rick Barnes to stay because of Phil Florida. Thank you to that. Thank you.
I don't think he'll make what Rick Barnes makes, but do they make $1 million a year? I don't know.
I'm pretty fine.
Well, Rick Barnes is going to go to UCLA and Phil Florida does something to give more money to keep Rick Barnes at Tennessee. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Tony Vitello is going to stay at Tennessee.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
He don't want me knocking on his door. That's why.
We're not going to give it no.
I'm showing 460 right here.
That's what. Who's making that?
Tony.
That's how much he's making now. 460. Double it.
Yeah. What's the news about Tennessee football, Bobby?
Well, we got some news we're going to go into later in the show, so you better stay tuned and listen. We got some rankings. We got some transfers coming in. I've got to go through it. It's going to be in our good news, bad news segment. So,
well, guess what? I looked up on Facebook and his coach is ranking as head coach is low as the hire at Tennessee.
Oh, really?
And that tells me one thing. Billy, you better listen to. That tells me this coach was the wrong pick to get. That tells me right there. If we're low on the rankings, that's not good.
Well, that's never good. Never good.
So, what are we going to do? What's Tennessee going to do? We're going to let them coach for just 1 year. That's fine. We're going to let them coach during the season. That's fine.
Yeah.
But I want a high pay coach, not low.
Yeah. Well, we're paying our coaches well. We got the money.
Yeah.
What is Greenville going to do in football, high school football this year? Are they going to win the championship or are they going to be struggling? BVD thinks they got a chance at the state championship this year.
Yeah, but you have not seen nothing yet. We got something cooking.
Really?
Well, guess what, Bobby? I'm going to tell you this, and Billy, you better listen real good. Knox Central, the first game, so Thursday night game at Knox Central. Guess what's going to happen Thursday night? We're going to go in there, beat Knox Central, and come back home with a big W. Because the first hit list is on our team on the list is Knox Central, and we're going to beat them 42-7 at Knox Central. Book it, done. See you later.
See ya. That's a bold prediction right there. That's a big win. Let's see.
Well, Greenville is going back.
Oops. Dang, I didn't mean to do that. Sorry about that, Sam. I hit the wrong button. They've got a new outlay on this call board that, dang it, I didn't want to do that. Sorry, Sam. Well, we got another caller, and let me get my button warmed up here. Let me get it warmed up. All right, you better make this good.
What you got?
Did I just hold on? Don't go anywhere. Let's see. I got to do something. Don't go anywhere. I just hit the wrong dang button and I didn't mean to. All right, I'm going to drop that call. Hold on. Make outbound call. Let me reconnect this. I just hit the wrong button. I cut off our main line into the call board, so I got to reconnect that. Let's see here. It'll come up here just a second.
You have.
There we go. We got it back. All right. Call back in, guys.
Web interface.
Call back in. I hit the wrong dang button. I cut down the main line to the call board. But while we're waiting on them to call back, Crying Ryan was calling, so I got to get my my flush button ready. All right, let's go over some news.
What we got?
Guess where Athlon, and you know how I feel about Athlon, about like ESPN. They don't like us. They just come out with a, was it Athlon? No, CBS.
Okay.
About the same thing.
Okay.
Guess where they ranked Josh Heupel?
And where they got him at?
As in the list of Power 5 coaches. How many would that be?
Oh, we what? 14 teams?
It'd be 14 SEC. How many Big 12? Is there 14 Big 12 or are there 12?
I'm not sure. That's fine.
So there's probably what? Power 5 is Big 10, SEC, Big 12, Pac 12, and ACC. How many coaches is that? 60, 65, something like that. He got Josh Heupel ranked at 52. That's ridiculous.
I mean, I get it. You know, being the fact he's just coming in here, but I mean, I understand what they're saying. You know, he still got a little proving to do.
Well, if you've got Dan Mullen ranked at number 10, there's no way you should have Josh Heupel ranked at 52.
Come on, man. Dan is people don't get that man enough credit, man. Like I told you, what did I tell you? I'm a little different when I talk about people. You know, I give credit where credit is due.
Ryan, where should Dan Mullen be ranked?
Nah, he's up there. He's top 10. I mean, he's a little underwhelming in recruiting, it seems. He still does good, but for SEC standards, it's not as good because like he cracks top 10 most of the time. He's around 10 or 9. That ends you up like 4th or 5th in the SEC. That's what's crazy about it. You know,
well, guess who you got ranked ahead of Dan Mullen?
It's probably Kirby, which is for zero reason. Kirby's a horrible coach.
Matt Campbell. Let me read it to you. Chill out. Dan Mullen's ranked number 10. Iowa State coach Matt Campbell is number 9. You're going to let Pat Fitzgerald from Northwestern be ranked ahead of your coach at number 8.
Hold on. Who made that list?
Hold on.
I'm just reading the facts here.
That's not. Come on.
Georgia at number 7. Kirby Smart's number 7. Jimbo Fisher number 6. Brian Kelly number 5. Ryan Day number 4. Lincoln Riley number 3. Dabo Sweeney number 2. And Nick Saban number 1.
Northwestern, though?
That's what it says. I'm reading it right here.
Northwestern, though?
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't get that list. That's just like the list I saw. I saw a list on best barbecue ever, like top 50, and Memphis was nowhere on it.
What you talking about?
Exactly. That's what that list reminded me of.
I saw a map. I saw a map of top barbecue places, and Kansas City and Memphis weren't mentioned.
Yeah, that's horse.
Seattle was mentioned.
Yeah, that's horse.
So you saw that list too, then.
Like, I'm sorry that you don't consider the barbecue capital of the world in your list.
I mean, I don't think I even seen that many Texas places on it.
Kansas City, man. Kansas City barbecue is different.
Well, how does it different from Memphis? Because I'm a Rendezvous fan. That dry rub rib, that Rendezvous is the best ribs in the world.
I haven't had much Kansas City barbecue, but I used to go there a lot when I was younger. It's just so much better than any other barbecue I've ever had in my life. I don't know how to describe it. It's just so good. There's a reason that when you Google what is the barbecue capital of the world, Kansas City, Missouri pops up.
I don't believe that. I put Memphis over Kansas City.
Google it. Google it.
Well, that don't mean it's right. It's an opinion. The rendezvous. There's more than just a rendezvous. It might be a bit overrated. There's some hole in the wall joints going down. I don't know what street that was when I was visiting Sam at St. Jude. It was a really old part of town, kind of off of Bill Street. I don't remember where it was, but man, they had some barbecue that blow your mind.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. And it ain't all sauced up.
See, you know how I am when it comes to barbecue. Now, I don't care for barbecue sauce.
I don't either.
I like it. Got to have the
the
flavor. I got to have mine seasoned good.
Yeah.
Herbs and
the
spices.
The flavor in barbecue should not come from the sauce. It should come from the meat.
Exactly.
That's right. You're actually a lot smarter than I give you. You might be the smartest Gator fan I've ever met. That ain't saying much, though. Oh man! So what you call in for? Make it good, or I'm flushing you.
I just wanted to tell you that I never thought I'd see the day where Tennessee would be considered a baseball school. It's usually always women's basketball.
Well, we're a baseball school. We're a women's basketball school because we're coming back. We're a men's basketball school, and most importantly, we're a football school.
You're definitely not a football school.
Well, I'll take it. As long as they talking about my Vols, that's all that matters to me.
I don't know. The Vols baseball team is doing great. They're playing hard. They're not necessarily the most talented team out there.
But they got a lot of grit.
Of the other powerhouses in baseball. They got a lot of heart, though. I can see them playing for each other really well.
Yeah.
And that's respect, because you don't need talent. You don't need talent. If you're playing for your team and you're playing as a team, that's hard work always outweighs talent.
What did we bet on the baseball game when we played Florida and Tennessee?
I don't think we
need
bet
to
anything, but if you want to bet something for something else, I will.
That's the whole reason Billy and I are starting a sports bar and grill, is because that way, when you lose your bet to me, not only are you paying up a bet, but you got to buy the food that you're going to feed me from me that I'm going to eat. That's going to make it doubly better.
That's insult to injury right there.
Are you going to come see us this season?
Yeah, once you open.
All right. I'm going to hold you to it.
Let's see, Big Ball Daddy says, ask Billy how good hey, that barbecue is good, man. That we had over there in Greenville.
Oh, yeah?
It's a place BVD took me to, man. It was good, man. The brisket, pork was real good. Tender. Didn't need any sauce.
We got somebody that wants me to flush over here, Ryan.
Who's
I mean, that's just my reputation on this show, is everybody wants to flush me.
But, as much as I don't like you, I kind of like you.
Yeah, same thing with Steve Spurrier. That's what you told me.
You know what? I hated Steve Spurrier, but now that he's not kicking our butt anymore, and I get to look at his interviews of late, he's actually a pretty cool dude.
Pretty good guy, man. I told you I like him, man. I told you when he
he's a little smart ass though.
Oh yeah. That's what I loved about the man though. I couldn't hate him. I couldn't hate the man.
He can't spell citrus.
Shut up. Hold on. Where's it at?
I mean, he was smart. I mean, very smart coach. When he told me some things about how he used to beat us, and he knew there was times he shouldn't have beat us.
Oh, yeah, he shouldn't have.
But he always said he used it to his advantage to create some of the things he did against us, especially on defense. He knew that his offensive lines couldn't block us. So guess what he did? Everything was three-step drop. 1, 2, 3. Get rid of it.
Well, the one game that they shouldn't have beat us is that non-catch they called a catch with Gaffney. I'm gonna go to my grave saying that was not a catch.
That wasn't a catch. That was called what did
they ruled it a catch on the field.
I don't care.
What they call it? That was like Gator magic, they call it, I guess.
Something. That was not a catch. I was at the game.
Says it's a catch, it's a catch.
Gator,
yeah, but if that was a Tennessee player catching it, you'd be crying worse than you do now.
Tennessee receivers don't catch. They drop everything that comes near them.
All right. All right, that's the first one. That's your warning number one. What do you think about this Athlon article that says they think that Tennessee football might have a winning record this year? Ryan?
I could see you going anywhere from 5-7 to 7-5. I don't see any more. I don't see. There's a possibility you can go a little less than 5-7, but it would take maybe some falling out from players, some injuries, or some unexpected, really bad coaching. But I can see 5-7 to 7-5.
What would it take for you to want to fire Dan Mullen?
I put your over-under right now at 6 wins. Your over-under right now at 6 wins.
All right. Well, what would it take for you to say, all right, we need to move on to another coach? What kind of season?
If we finish the season with 6 wins or less.
How many wins does Kirby have? I mean, does Mullen have over Kirby?
1.
How many losses?
In his total career or in
at Georgia and Florida?
Okay. The Georgia Florida, I think it's what? Is this what? There's a 3? 2 or 3. Then he lost once at Mississippi State.
So if he don't beat Georgia in the next 2 years, do you think y'all be crying for a new coach?
Yes.
If we lose to Georgia 2 years in a row, it'll depend on our final record and how we performed. But I don't suspect. I think Georgia has a better chance to beat us this year, but then the next year, Florida has a better chance to beat Georgia. I think if Georgia wants to get back to winning the SEC East, they win it this year and then they drop off. But I think Florida still has a good chance. But it's just going to be so hard because there's so many unknown teams. Like, we don't know what Tennessee is going to look like under their new coach. We don't know what Florida is going to look like with basically a completely new offense. The only people we know is that Georgia has a pretty solid quarterback and a solid wide receiver, which I don't know if Pickens is all right. I think he just had surgery, if I'm not mistaken, but we'll see. And Georgia's defense is always going to be really good because they're super talented.
All right, off the record, you had us second in the SEC East. Who do you think's going? Who is Alabama a lock to win the West?
Until somebody proves me wrong, I'm not picking against Alabama.
Who has the best chance?
Until somebody proves me.
A&M?
Yeah.
Arkansas? I don't know if a lot of people are on that Arkansas bandwagon.
I think A&M still has the best chance because they have a better coach. I think Jimbo Fisher's actually a pretty solid coach. Much as I hated him at Florida State, I think he knows how to win games. It's just, can he win the games?
All right. How you doing in school? You got your grades up? You glad you're about almost done being a freshman?
I finished my first year of college.
So you're no longer a freshman technically. But I could still call you freshman until you start your junior year. I mean, your sophomore year.
Junior year. What?
Your sophomore year. What am I saying?
Hey, man, he skipped the whole year.
When does school start back again? September?
August.
So you're a freshman until August.
Are you doing summer school?
Did you pass all your classes?
I'm taking Calc 2 over the summer.
Calc 2? Are you in derivative formulas or anything like that yet? What level?
We already passed derivatives, man.
All right.
We already passed.
Well, I wasn't trying to say you were dumb. I was just thinking, well, since you're a Gator fan, you might not be to that level yet.
Uh-huh. Yeah, uh-huh.
Okay. All right. I'm going to flush you just because. All right.
It's tradition.
I just got to.
All right.
Thanks for calling.
No problem.
I'm ready for some football, man.
Well, me and you both.
I'm ready.
I tell you what, as hot as it is out there right now, I dread thinking about what this summer football is going to be like.
It's going to be hot. It's going to be a hot summer.
Man, it was pushing 88. today. Man,
I got to cut that grass tomorrow.
Oh, me. Anyway, we got the phone lines open, 865-424-1342. What else did I have to talk about on the list? Tennessee lands a commitment from former Michigan linebacker William Mohan. We need all the linebacker help we can get. And see, we're not complaining about the transfer portal when it helps us, but we complain about it when it hurts us. I've never heard of this player, don't know anything about this player. But speaking of transferring, you were telling me something downstairs earlier that I'd never heard of, but the more you think about it, I think we're going to start seeing this happen a lot, where you got to tell everybody about this quarterback in Texas. What's going on there?
Well,
high school kid.
He's a running back. It's a Texas.
Running back.
Texas recruit. He's to skip his high school senior season to start prepping for college.
And he's got a scholarship offer from Texas.
Yes. And of course, I've been hearing some bad things, good things, but I don't see anything. I don't understand
have a problem with it.
I don't understand the negativity behind it. The man is doing what is going to help him. And, if he skipped his senior year, which to me, the year was already skipped because they pushed it back to the spring.
Yeah.
So it's skipped. And now with him announcing it is what made everybody mad, I guess. Because, to me, I don't think I could even told anybody I was going to do that anyway.
When you start getting into the if you're some sort of a recruit that's going to be recruited by a major traditional powerhouse football school, even though Texas has been kind of us lately, they got some weight in the state of Texas.
Mm-hmm. A lot of them out there, I think
I don't have a problem with him sitting out a senior year, because what could happen if he got hurt? I think you're going to see some of your 5 stars more and more do that.
I mean, this is the time. I mean, it's allowed right now.
I don't know why they haven't done it before now. If he's got a lock and he's got a dresser drawer full of letters and scholarship offers from big time schools, I'd sit out too.
You know why? Because we don't know that we can do that.
Well, now that he's done it, that might open up the floodgates.
It will open up the floodgates. I mean, I don't like it to a certain extent because I still want to see the kids play.
Yeah, me too.
It's and at the high school level, I mean, of course, with me, I want to go out there and get some bragging rights with the high school ranks, man, because that is something you'll never do again.
Yeah.
Your senior year playing ball, but I understand the situation that the kid's going through right now, being the fact that it's allowed.
Yeah.
Like, I think if I had an offer to Tennessee when I came out, and Tennessee said that you will still have your scholarship if you didn't play your senior year. Well, guess what? I'm going to just focus strictly on school and prepare to be the best student athlete possible to get to Tennessee. And that's what the kid is doing. He said, I'm going to focus on school and prepare to play for the University of Texas.
How many big time recruits have you seen that's been 5 stars and they don't have the grades to get in because they're spending so much time in practice and playing football? If they would have and they have to go to junior college.
Yes.
And now if they skip their senior season and focus on their grades, get their SAT and ACT up, they don't have to go to the junior college. I don't have a problem with it. I mean, I get the high school experience. People want to have that. But I think you're going to see a lot more of this.
Yeah, I'm with it, though. I'm with it. I mean, especially, with the whole pandemic stuff and, the kids already missed the fall season. And now you push it back to spring. Now, this is football we playing. It takes a toll on your body. You need some rest.
Yeah.
And that's what I like about the fact that he's going to rest his body compared to that incoming freshman coming in that played this past season in the spring.
Yeah.
This kid got fresh legs.
Yeah.
I take fresh legs all day as a running back.
Oh, we've had some big time recruits. We've been excited for them to get to campus and can't wait. And they're in next year's class. And guess what? They got tweaked their ankle or have an injury or whatever, and they come in all nicked up. So I don't blame them. I don't blame them at all. I want to know what y'all think in the comments. Got Preston Hess, man. I hadn't seen him in a month of Sundays. I think he lives over at North Carolina. How you doing, Preston? Good to see you back in here.
So I just seen a message on here that I like what he said.
Who? What?
Let's see if I can find it here. I think it was Slim Mosley that said it. So basically, just said, take all your visits.
Yeah, it's vodka drinker. Yeah,
vodka drinker. I think that's what it was. Yeah, he said if you get an offer for an official visit, take all your visits and enjoy it. I was just talking about that situation. You get some of these kids that commit and they don't get to experience everything. They don't understand that there's so much to be offered. Like, when I came on my visit, I wasn't really focused on partying and stuff. I wasn't focused on all the girls, the fun stuff, the drinking and things like that. Because I couldn't really do most of the stuff anyway, because I'm only like 14, 15 years old.
Yeah. And
I was just trying to figure out who these people were that I'm going to be here with. I don't know those people because I'm a little different. You know how I am. I try to get to know people first before I start enjoying having a good time.
You told me that you picked Tennessee not because of their facilities or their tradition. You didn't know much about that because you just weren't into college sports. You picked it because when you got here and you've seen all the fellas, that it just reminds you of being back home.
It did. I mean, each player that I met here at Tennessee, they remind me of one of my teammates in high school. And it ended up making me a comfort situation for me.
You mean there was a Sean Jay on your high school team?
Oh, yes.
Oh, Lord.
Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Matter of fact, it was my best friend in high school.
How many of your teammates went D1?
See, that year we had, actually it was only one that went D1.
Is that the one that went to LSU?
LSU. That was Deshaun Johnson.
Was he?
He ended up getting kicked out of LSU.
Oh, Lord. Somebody had asked last week, and we had just clicked off, and I said, I'm going to ask it this week. Who all did you get letters from? Do you remember?
Pretty much every school in the country. I mean, there wasn't a letter I didn't.
Well, I know you almost went to Arkansas. That would have been ironic. If it wasn't for that plane, you were going to Arkansas to visit. But was there anybody else that really was in the running? Or kind of in the running?
Clemson was on the money too, but what made me not go there was the players told me don't come. I mean, there were schools of kids that was telling me, man, don't come here.
Really?
Yes. I mean, I guess they was telling me don't come because I guess they thought I was going to take their position.
Any other SEC schools besides Arkansas you really considered?
LSU, Florida.
But in 95, they weren't that good.
Well, it wasn't. I mean, they had just got a brand new coaching staff. And I told you why I didn't even give them a chance because of, the whole coaching. I mean, Jerry Donato.
Yeah.
I mean, Jerry Donato, I mean, the man couldn't even look me in the eye and shake my hand. I mean, he was everywhere with it. I mean, I'm like, Coach, come on, I'm right here. Talk to me. And that right there, I mean, I didn't trust him at that. I was always told you got to look a man in the eye.
Was there anybody that I'm just curious, what did your mom have to do with you where you were going? Did she advise you? Did she want to keep you close to home?
No.
Was you her baby?
I'll tell you exactly what my mom told me. And it kind of reminded me of how Coach Foreman told me about changing positions and stuff in a sense.
Mm-hmm.
My mom told me, baby, it's up to you. Wherever you go, I'm always be there with you. I'm always come see you. Don't worry about that. My mom came to like 3 games.
I'm sitting here thinking, I know how your mom is. She don't like to travel. She wouldn't even get on the interstate to go to Macomb, let alone to the grocery store. How is she going to come to all these games?
And that's what I was just saying. Like, it reminded me of what Coach Foreman told me. we got to get our best 11 on the field, and he put me behind.
There's a lot of people don't hear some of these stories. You came in as a linebacker.
Yes.
And tell everybody kind of the talk you had with Coach Fulmer in his office about putting your hand in the dirt.
I mean, he was smooth with it, man. It was like a movie in disguise, man. He brought me in and had a meeting with Coach, and Coach brought me in the office, and he said, Billy, you know, I think you are, matter of fact, I know you are one of our best 11 defensive players out there. And I think I know how to get you on the field. And since I think you're one of our top 11, we're going to move you down to defensive end. I said, okay. So, you know, I'm a freshman. So I'm like, yeah, Coach, whatever it takes to make the team, Coach, I do whatever. And of course, you know, I get in the meetings and everything. And, you know, I already knew I wasn't going to play left defensive end because Leonard Little was over there. That's automatic. You know, and then of course, you know, Jonathan Brown over there. I mean, I'm like, he's still good too. And they put me behind number one.
So Fulmer pulled a fast one.
Oh man, he got me but the thing is, they did a good job of mixing me in there and getting me a lot of playing time my freshman year.
Yeah,
but
he get some freshman time.
Great salesman. Coach Fulmer was a great salesman.
I didn't realize you were all SEC freshman team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yep, I made the all-SEC freshman team.
What was your best game as a freshman?
I would probably say.
Did you play UCLA that year?
Yep, UCLA was a
I know
game.
Antron had a good game. He was on defense that year, wasn't he?
Yep.
Was that before he went to tight end?
Way before there. Because that's both of our freshman year that year. You know, I would probably say UCLA because I had, what, 4 tackles for loss that game?
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it was all about, man. Getting to that ball, getting the back.
Didn't you also have one with who was it? UNLV or Texas Tech or somebody that you had a couple of tackles for a loss? You chased down a running back.
UNLV was I think that was the first game of the season that year, and that's the year when Coach Marshall, you know, he was our offensive line coach, went to UNLV, and I remember him. Coach Brooks was telling him about it. He was asking us after that game. He had told Coach Brooks that he knew they was in trouble when he saw number 40 run his tailback down the backfield on a wheel route down there. He said, this game, we knew we was about to get our tail whooped when we got a 280-pound defensive lineman walking our running backs down.
Oh, man. All right, let me ask. This is something I haven't really asked you. Out of all the games you played in, I think I have an idea what it is. I don't think it's the Arkansas game. I'm going to say that up front. What game do you think was your best game all the way around from start to finish?
I'm going to probably go with
where would you rank 98 Florida in that game, in that list? Because I think you had a heck of a game in that 98 Florida game.
It was a good game. I mean, that was.
You had a fumble recovery in that game.
Yep. Actually, that's the one game.
You played a lot of snaps in that game.
Because everybody was cramping out. Everybody went down that game. I'm going to probably say, to me personally, my best game would be Alabama 97 when I came back from my neck injury.
Oh, that's right. That's the one where you sacked Kitchens. The Cleveland Browns coach. You batted the ball up in the air. We played that.
Yep. Fresh legs, man. I was.
Yeah, you were pretty fast.
I mean, I was running all over the field, man. But I would say that one. I would rank that one as number 1. 2, I'm going to say the national championship game.
You had a fumble recovery in that game. That's the one where you tried to do a little shake. You did like that to hand the ball to the ref. And I'm sitting there watching going, man, I thought you'd be smoother than that.
Hey, you had to be sneaky with it because they saw you. They're going to throw the flag on you. Hey, we got Alexis over here, man. So
yeah, I saw that. What's up,
Alexis? How you doing, lady?
She's going to help us in our restaurant, bar, and grill. We've already got her on board.
I don't know about that, man. She might.
No, she told me. She promised me she's going to be in there helping us.
I know, but if we got a bar, she might have that. Oh, Locke, she might be over there.
She'll have all her friends on over there.
Oh, yeah. She'll have that place packed.
Yep. Vodka Drinker says, what was the dirtiest offensive lineman you ever faced or offensive line you ever faced?
Dirtiest, I would probably say the dirtiest would be one that I didn't get to face. 98, we played the University of Houston.
Yep.
And I didn't play that game. I was actually healthy. I was a healthy scratch. And they didn't let me play because these guys was just that dirty. They was cheap shotting players.
They had a lot of, I remember that game. There wasn't a lot of starters playing that game.
I mean, that's what I'm saying. That's how good we were, man. We didn't have to play.
And we still beat them like a drum.
Yes. And I didn't realize how dirty it was until we started watching film of them. I mean, they hitting people late, chop blocking, taking your knees out, all types of stuff. And I would probably say that. But I've never really played anybody dirty because they didn't get a chance to get dirty on us. I mean, we had already beat them so bad where they couldn't do no more almost, but apologize to us for being out there. You know, but the toughest offensive line I ever played would have been Arkansas.
Yeah, you've said that.
Hey, I'm telling y'all, people don't believe me, man. No, I'm telling you, if Mr. Burrsworth was still here, I promise you, he would easily been in the Hall of Fame. First ballot.
Oh, I've heard that by a bunch of people.
First ballot.
Well, we got a Lady Vol, a two-time national champion, a WNBA champion, and I think she had some Rookie of the Year awards. The only player to win a national championship in college and a WNBA championship in less than a year, Alexis Hornbuckle. What's up, Buck?
What up, y'all?
What do you think about that intro?
Hey, I like that intro, man. I'm over here blushing. I appreciate it. Hey, Billy, Billy, what you talking about? I'm gonna bring all the people to the bar and grill. You hear me?
Oh yeah, I've done told him that.
I know, but she's gonna be drowning though.
No, she won't. No, she won't.
Nah,
she's gonna be drowning everybody.
Hey, that's what we need. We need them to buy the drinks. I'm just gonna help them want.
Did Pat Summitt did you ever know of her to drink alcohol?
Oh, Pat's thing was Crown. Every road trip, she had a big old
really
750. Yeah, the Crown brought to the room every time. They would try to deliver it before we would have like film or meeting. But like if we get there and we gotta go straight to the meeting and then practice, oh yeah, Crown was her thing.
Wow, you're probably telling something that probably nobody in this chat room would even think. But I could see that. I can see that. You probably didn't know she was drinking too.
I mean, we didn't see her actually drink. We just saw the bottle. So how much did she actually consume? What was being shared? I don't know. I just know that was being brought up. But she's a grown woman, man. You know what I'm saying? All this stress dealing with us knuckleheads and trying to, keep winning, holding her legacy. I'd take a couple shots too every once in a while.
Who was the toughest player you ever faced personally at Tennessee? Because you were known for your defense, so as far as having to guard.
Simone Augustus.
Really?
Money Moan, Simone Augustus. I just had did a podcast this morning, got asked that question. It's definitely Simone. Like, she's just so hard to guard. She could score any way she wants. I mean, I'm on a highlight reel on YouTube getting shook, and that's in college. She hit me with a nice little half spin. I'm over here, she over there getting buckets. She was just cold.
What about in the WNBA? Who was the toughest guard that you had to guard?
Cappie Pondexter for sure was one of those guards. Yeah, by far I think Cap. She was just so fast, so quick, great handles, but she could elevate out of this world, especially on her jump shots. And she just had that straight New York spirit. Like, she's just a tough competitor.
All right, one more question. I'm meant to ask you this just in private, but what was it really like playing for Bill Laimbeer? He was a mean son of a you-know-what on the court. Was he like that as a coach?
Oh yeah. Matter of fact, here my first day in Detroit. So we played the national championship. We have the draft the next day, and then probably like 5 days later, I'm in Detroit. Right, I'm sitting on the table in the training room, and Bill walks by, and he's like, "Who the f is that?" And I'm like, "Who the f is that?" And he's like, "Oh, I'm Bill Lambert, coach." This is our first time meeting each other, but that's just how he was. He just straight coming at your head, challenging you from day one. But I loved every bit of it because that's right up my alleyway.
What was the similarities between Bill Lambert and Pat Summitt? Were there any?
Oh yeah, defensive rebound is what he prided his championship teams on Detroit Shock, and that's exactly what Pat represented. So for me, that transition was the easy part. It just came down to now the offensive possessions mattered just a little more because due to the minutes, I think I was averaging only like 20 minutes a game as a rookie. So, I mean, I'm playing half the game, but still that can go up or go down depending on offensive efficiency, not only defensive rebounding.
Yeah. Well, we got Sven from Germany said he wanted me to say hello from Germany to Buck. He always likes your show. He's always watching you.
What's up, man? I appreciate it.
Yeah. Well, man, I'm glad you called.
And say what's up, man. See, I saw my fellas popped up on my feed. I got you on the big screen right now. I done casted it to the TV.
Oh, man. Nice. And that's a big old TV. You know how I know? Because I moved it into your apartment. That's how I know.
I can't believe y'all ain't asked me to help, though.
Yeah, right. Where were you? You was hiding. Like, I ain't helping.
I don't remember where he was, but me and Isaac went down there and we helped you, didn't we?
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, we had a little rather come.
Man, my people. I was here at the house, and they said we'll be right back. I said, okay, I'll see y'all later.
That's how they did you?
That's exactly what they said.
We didn't need you anyway. We had it took care of. Well, anyway.
Man, hey, listen, all the hands would have helped, but I appreciate. I thought you was just like, nah, I'm gonna sit this one out.
He wouldn't do you that way.
No, I ain't that dirty.
Yeah, Lord, nah, I'm messing with y'all. All right, man, y'all go have a great rest of the show. I just want to holler at y'all, say what's up.
Appreciate you.
Thank you, Lex. Have a good one.
See y'all later.
See you.
Y'all too. Bye.
That's always a good call. I bet she's got some stories. She probably said something about Pat Summitt and Crown that probably nobody was ever heard on public broadcast before.
But see, that's the thing is people forget that these are still, people. They still enjoy the same things in life, man. Just having a drink, have a good time. No one thinks that about people, though.
I bet Pat Summitt could scare the crap out of a bottle of Crown. Wow. Well, if I had to guess, it's either going to be Jack Daniels or Crown, because she's a whiskey drinker, bourbon drinker. Oh man, that's awesome stuff right there. Awesome stuff. Oh, we got Country Black in here. What do you guys think about the Tebow situation? We're going to talk about that, buddy. What I hear he's signed is it a contract?
I mean, they said he signed a deal, but he still got to make the team.
I'm going to look that up. I don't know what I think about it. See, I'm already biased because I'm not a Gator fan. It does say right here, it's an article from 7 hours ago, Tim Tebow's jersey, the hottest seller in NFL's online shop. He's going to be number 85. He's ahead of Tom Brady and Trevor Lawrence. He's making the squad now.
If they're making money off of it,
it don't matter if he's got a brick for hands.
Something.
Brick hands, he's going to be on the team.
I'd be like, hey, you're going to be roster spot 53 and a half.
You be a consultant, and if we need you, we'll sign your contract on the sideline.
That's what they call it. You'll just be a consultant.
Nah, he's going to play. Hey, I was surprised they had some pictures of him. He's ripped. Still, he's in good shape.
Yeah, he's always been like that. The man still works out. I guess he's like, hey, you never know. You got to be ready when they call.
Got to be ready. I just hope they don't ask him to throw the ball because he couldn't hit the ocean from the deck of the Titanic. Hey, got one of my trucker friends in here, Pine Saw. What's up, man? I hadn't seen you in a while. He waits till about a month or two before football season before he checks me out on YouTube's. What do you think about that? How you doing, Pine Saw? I hadn't seen you in a while. Good to see you. Say, I don't forget people. If you've been good to me, I'll be good back to you, and I won't ever forget you.
Yeah, I hear you, man. I keep telling you, talk to your truck driver friends, man.
Oh, yeah. They make the world go round. Country Black's one of my trucker friends. He got a big, nice Peterbilt that's got a Tennessee tag on it that he got from our store.
Yes. Talking about the ones you forgot to mail off about 50 times.
I didn't forget. All right, let's see what we got. We got a caller calling in. Let's see what we got here. If I can hit the right button and not hit the wrong button. It just looks like our buddy from Greenville. How you doing, Mike? What you got for Billy and Catfish?
What's going on, guys?
How much? Did you ever get my coupon code I sent you?
Yes, I did. Thank you very much.
I finally figured out how to check messages on our Facebook Volunteer Roadshow page.
All right, that's a good thing, I guess.
So how you been doing?
I was going to ask you, I guess this past week, you had said something about I think it was Billy that he'd either talked to Coach Heupel or whatever, seen him and he seemed to like him pretty well, I believe it was. I just want to get Billy's opinion on that.
Yeah, that's when you went over there with Al Wilson and had that honoring of Al Wilson. Billy went over. Yeah, go ahead, Billy.
Yeah, I mean, I like him, man. He seems to be a good guy, man. He knows football. I will say that. I mean, he also knows, what he's up against, because he said he didn't take the job just to be taking a check. He said he saw something in these kids that he think he can improve. And I just like the fact that he wasn't trying to be a politician and try to win us over when he was over there. He was just hanging out, shooting the shoot with us and just having a good time. And when he was talking football, he made complete sense. He said all the things that he knows that he's going to have some tough situations this year, but he also knows that how he's going to put the other teams on the ropes. He's going to give them a run for their money. And that right there, that's all I need to hear when he told me that.
Just sounds like one of the guys, huh?
Yes. Good people, man. That's what I like about coaches, man. I like guys that's trying to be themselves and not try to be something that they're not, like putting on a show, being an actor. If you're not somebody, don't try to be somebody you're not. And that's what I liked about him when I saw him, when I met him.
Were there any other assistants over there that you met?
All of the coaches came over.
Who else did you like that you got to meet?
I mean, it was, let's see, I don't remember all their names, but they all was just genuine though, man. They was chilling, relaxing. They wasn't acting like coaches at that point.
What about Coach Gardner? Did you see him?
Coach Gardner was there. He because he knew all of us.
Was he glad to see you?
Oh yeah, man. He couldn't even believe that we was smaller than what we were when we was then. Because he don't gain a lot of weight.
Oh really? How much does he weigh now?
Oh man, he was looking like, I don't want to say my boy's name, but he was about 300.
Dang. Wow.
Pretty good size youngin', huh?
he was tight ends coach or something when you were
he
here,
was
right?
a tight ends coach when I was here. But when you if you're a coach, you're a coach.
What's he coaching now?
D-line.
Oh. See, I don't get that. How do they can switch positions? You should be like a D-line coach your whole career, if that's what you are. You never saw Coach Brooks switch up to offense or coach DBs or anything like that. He was a D-line coach.
Yeah, I'll tell you. Typically, like most time when you go like to different jobs, and if you're a coach, like for instance, you go to Alabama right now and there's no positions open, you got to wait till your turn. And if a what you call it, clipboard job come open, you got to learn how to be the best clipboard guy.
Yeah.
And that's what it is with coaching. If a job comes open at a school that you're trying to build your resume, you got to take that position and make the best of it.
Well, how do you coach a position you don't even play? Because I think I checked out his bio and he didn't play tight end.
You learn it. Okay. You figure it out.
If you're a coach, you're a coach. Then.
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
That's exactly what I'm saying. You either have it or you don't.
Well, I guess I have one more question for you.
What's that?
Go ahead.
I'll let you both jump in on this one. I'm not going to say it's an important question, but do you think once we get past these sanctions that this is the guy this team needs?
I'm not sure what the sanctions are going to be. I have a feeling they're probably not going to be as bad as what we're fearing, but it doesn't really matter. I haven't met him. I sure hope so. But Mike, the last 3 or 4 coaches, I thought this is our guy. This is our guy. And it wasn't long before I said, dang, we got to get rid of him. But I didn't ever feel that way about Jeremy Pruitt. I always thought he was our good guy. I always thought he was a decent coach, I guess. I hadn't had enough time to get to the point where I was ready to get rid of him because it come out of the blue.
Well, I'm going to tell you what I've always said about coaches. Head coaches are just salesmen. If the head coach do not get anybody around him to make him look good, it's never going to work. Nick Saban may not be a good coach at all, but he has 15 coaches around him that makes him look good.
That's it.
You got to have position coaches that are just as good as you. You don't need a bunch of coaches that are yes men.
Mm-hmm.
You need coaches that's going to tell you about yourself. What are you doing to make this team better, coach? You need coaches that's going to say, get out of my meeting room, coach. I'm teaching these kids.
Well, I got the impression that Jeremy Pruitt wanted yes men.
And that is what ended his job then.
Mm-hmm.
You don't want that. You do not want that. You see when Nick Saban on the sideline with his coaches 100%. And they going against each other, they're heated. But they know at the end of the day, they got a job to do.
Mm-hmm.
But that's what I think Coach Hype got. He got some guys that he's building around him that can easily be a head coach just like he is. But they know their position. They know they got to be the best at what they're doing too.
I hope so.
Yeah, me too. Me too, guys. Well, I'll hang up and I'll listen, guys, and enjoy your show.
Thank you, Mike.
Well, I mean, he sold me with Coach Gardner.
Mm-hmm.
When he signed Coach Gardner, I was like, whoa, okay, we got us a coach.
I remember you were sitting on the couch and I was in the recliner.
Coach. And
you saw that.
He got a coach that we really need at a certain position that we've been struggling at. When you're struggling somewhere, you go get the best thing you can get to turn this around. Doesn't matter, especially with the money part, you got to go get whoever it is to make it better. You don't go get your best friend because you like them. You go get somebody that's going to come in here and change what's need to be changed. Because we should have never had the same quarterback coach after what we've been getting out of our quarterbacks.
Yeah, I don't know how we had him so long.
We should have never had the same offensive line coach after what we were seeing over there.
Don't get me started about the offensive line.
We should have never had that. Those 2 positions right there alone killed us. And we never got a defensive line coach that made anything change. And for them to let the D-line coach go in the middle of the season, I told you, he wasn't a yes man.
Yeah, you did say that. You said that was something that he just, that's one of the things that made me think that Jeremy wanted a yes man, and when he didn't have that yes man, he got rid of you.
No, you don't want those. I don't want those.
No,
I don't want
either.
a whole bunch of yes friends. I want people that's going to push me to my limits.
Mm-hmm.
I might not like it, but hey, we'll get over it.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, reading some of these comments before we get out of here. Okie Braves in the house. Vodka Drinker says perhaps they will look at there's really no sense punishing the kids that are left. Tennessee pretty much clean house, maybe a hefty fine. He talking about the sanctions.
Yeah, I'm with you now. I mean, I personally don't think it's going to be as bad as everybody think it is, because if it was, they'd have been put that hammer on Tennessee by now. You know, the world don't like the Vols to be successful, period, anyway. And I'm thinking it's not as bad as it's going to really be. You know, I mean, all the stuff that we heard, how do we know that's true?
Yeah, I haven't had it verified that there was even money in McDonald's bags. That started on Twitter.
Yeah.
That's only been verified on Twitter by some Twitter user.
That's what I'm saying. Like, a lot of people is he say, they say.
It's never been mentioned in any official documents.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, what is it? I want to know now. Talk to me. If we're going to have a, 3-year ban or whatever, I mean, or at least let Tennessee, because if it's really bad, I think Tennessee would have already punished themselves.
Yeah.
And said, hey,
that's a good point.
We're going to do this here and go ahead and do it right now so we don't have to worry about it in the future.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Well, at least I hope it's that way.
Yeah, me too. Well, I'm excited about this football season.
I'm excited every year, man.
I'm excited about the baseball season. I'm excited about our venture with our little sports bar and grill and restaurant and studios. I'm just excited about everything. And somebody said it's better to have quality than quantity.
Told you.
That's what I said. We may have just a hamburger, but it's going to be the best hamburger in Knox County. We're going to have the best we're going to have the best everything, because I'm not going to stop until we do. And you're going to have the best service. Promise you that. Anyway, I appreciate all your support. We're going to get out of here. That's the wrong button. I got to push the right button. Anyway, y'all have been watching this for a while. Y'all know what's coming next. Thanks for tuning in. Go Vols. Crying Ride and Slim Mosley, the Florida and Gator fan, are going to be crying this season when our Big Orange gets done with them. But we're going 15-0. I promise you that. Ain't that right, Billy?
Yes, sir.
Hello, this is Jeremy from Blue Water Climate Control. I grew up in Tennessee, and when I was 9 years old, the World's Fair came to Knoxville. I was in awe of the Sun Sphere. I dreamed of living in Knoxville. To me, it was the center of the world. After 24 years in the Navy, I've been around the world and visited dozens of countries. My family has moved all over. Now here we are running Blue Water Climate Control right here in Knoxville, the dream I had when I was just 9 years old. Blue Water Climate Control, veteran service, superior value.